Okay, this is chapters 3, the areas of triangles, 3.6, Math C30 tutorial, and basically it's quite a bit of formula application, and the derivations of the formulas are in the book, so I'm not going to redo them here in the tutorials. The purpose of the tutorials is to do some extra questions for you to watch, and hopefully get some extra help from if you're having trouble or if you missed a day or something like that. So what I'm going to do is just go quickly over them. Okay, obviously there's the base times height, 1/2 base times height triangle formula that you can always use if that's given to you. But if that's not in there, there are particularly 3 other cases we can look at. We can look at when you're given an included angle and 2 sides. Okay, there's the formula for that, depending on what the sides are and what the angle given is. And it's just the 2 sides times the sine of the included angle times that, or divided by 2. And then there's one if you're given an included side and 2 angles, and that's just the sine of the 2 sides times the square of the included side over twice the non-given angle, I guess is the way to put it, the sine of that. And of course then there's Heron's formula, the last one if you're given 3 sides, and that would be able to use calculating an S value where S is all the 3 sides added together divided by 2. Now like I said, the derivations of the formulas are in the textbook here. If you look, they'll have them starting on page 131 there. And I'm not going to repeat them here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by looking at 3 or 4 cases here. And we're going to start by looking at this first case, 3 sides given. So that would be the application of Heron's formula. So we're going to apply Heron's formula because it's 3 sides. So we have to find S first. So S is equal to 12 plus 13 plus 9 over 2, according to Heron's formula. Heron's formula is given in the textbook on page 133 if you're interested. So if we do that, we get 25 and 9 is 36 over 9, or over 9 over 2 equals 18. Okay, so that's S. Now we have to put it into the formula for ourselves. So this is the root of S, which, well, let's not rewrite the formula. Let's just write in the numbers. 18 times 18 minus 12, first side, times 18 minus 13, times 18 minus 9. Okay, and that's applying our first formula. So we take our calculator out here to work with it. Okay, so let's just double check to make sure that we aren't making a mistake on Heron's formula. See, look at that. Good thing I did check. 17. This is 34. Boy, oh boy, some days. So change these into 17s here. My apologies. Okay, so 34 over 2 gives us 17. So 17, so let's do our 17 times 5 times 4 times 8. Okay, under the root sign. So 17 times 5 times 4 times 8. This would be the root 2720 or 2720. And put that into our calculator. And area equals 52.2 square units. Let's pretend they're square centimeters. Okay, again, I apologize for my error there, but I caught it in time. Okay, let's do the next one underneath here. Okay, this is an application of a side angle side formula. So the side angle side formula, that's our first formula on page 133. So it's the two given sides multiplied by the sine of the given angle divided by 2. So it'd be like A, B, sine C, if you like, over 2. Or they use 1/2 times everything. That's the same thing. So 20 times 16 times the sine of 100 over 2. Okay, 20 times 16 times 100 sine equals that divided by 2. So this would be 157.6 square centimeters if we had centimeters here. One last one, dealing with the formula of angle, side angle, and that's on page 132 if you're using that formula. I think you can squeeze it in here. And that's basically taking the square of the side given to you, and we have to calculate this angle here. So 180 minus 93 minus 28 gives you this angle here on top. So if we said that this was A, B, C, we're going to use A squared sine B sine C over 2 sine A. So working this out, that's 12 squared sine 28, or sorry, sine 93, sine 28 over 2 sine of whatever this would work out to be. So that would be 180 minus 93 minus 28, which is 59. So I'm going to calculate the bottom first, sine of 59 times 2, and I'm going to plug that into my memory in my calculator. Okay, so that 1.171 is in my memory. And then I'm going to do the top. Okay, so 93 sine times 28 sine, okay, times 12 squared, times 12 squared equals that. Then I can just take divided by what was in my memory recall. Okay, and I didn't have to do any rounding off. And I would get 39.4 centimeters squared if this is centimeters. Okay, and that would be the end of chapter 3, the triangles unit. Just looking at areas of triangles. Of course, we could do some word problems in there and different type ones, but we'll look at those if we need to. This will give you a general idea of how to use each formula. Okay? Just check to see which case you have which triangle. If it's all 3 sides, 2 angles and an included side, or an included angle with 2 sides. Okay, and the next chapter we'll be looking at trigonometric identities, and we'll be using a trigonometric identity sheet which is located in the back of your textbook, or you can print one off the internet if you so desire.